All right, welcome back everybody for the grand finals of the Taiko tournament here at COE. I'm your host and caster for this final match. Ethan, joined by the wonderful as ever Taiko mum.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Ex-host over here.
Ex-host, indeed. So, yeah, we've got the debutant seeded first in his first appearance at an in-person COE tournament. We have Never, and his opponent is the defending champion from COE GTS 2025, cheesestingy. Woo! Yeah, clap,
There we go,
clap
there we
people,
go.
clap
Come
people.
on, come
Yeah,
on. We
show
are-
a little bit of energy. Come on, we'll get it in there.
We are excited to be here. Both of them deserve so much to be here on stage right now.
They have each given tremendous performances.
Tremendous.
Tremendous, an epic GTS reference. Never, especially in that tiebreaker match against Aurora. And
Yeah.
they will be competing for this behind us. Not the big trophy, of course. That's the standard one, I presume. But look, we have the Taiko trophies behind us. The winner will get this one in the middle. Ooh, it says first place. And the second and third will get the little trophies. But without further ado, I think let's get this underway. I believe the players are ready and rolls are underway. And Cheese has rolled a 7. That's not a good start for Cheese.
No, but at the end of the day, cheesestingy has been one of the few people who also consistently decides to go for first man rather than first pick. So even if, adding up to 100.
Yeah, there you go. Never with a 93.
But yeah, in that case, if Never then goes for second man now, then, well, pretty much the same outcome in that regard.
In Cheese's mind, yeah, so... clearly the ritual did not work. Looking for the good roll luck. And Never going to be going for second pick.
Oh, okay, never mind. That means that Never will actually be banning first.
Yeah, take the first ban, and then Cheese will get the first pick. This will be an interesting one. So what will Never ban? And he's going with No Mod 5. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
After seeing what Cheese and Botched did on this yesterday, the double SS, that makes perfect sense. This is kind of, you could argue, similar to the match we just watched with Over the Hedge versus Aurora. We have Cheese, the KDDK player, on my left as well, versus Never, the Bongo player, on my right. So, as we saw in that match, KDDK got a bit of an advantage in terms of accuracy, just playstyle-wise, so makes sense that the No Mod 5 ban comes in from Never. And Cheese banning DT Hidden in return. That makes sense, I think. Cheese is a very, very good hard rock player, as a lot of Taiwanese players do.
A lot of Taiwanese players are. However, that considered, Cheese's hidden skill is still very, very good.
Absolutely.
It's just that this hidden DT in particular is not really...
not his style
Not really
of map.
for him, no.
Which is fine, it happens. Sometimes you get a map that you just don't vibe with, unfortunately. And yeah, with those two bans, Cheese is going to have the first pick, going with No Mod 3.
Okay, picking No Mod 3 into the big mechanics man. We are indeed quite possibly picking for fun. Although
opening.
Despite that, Cheese can set fantastic plays on No Mod 3. We've seen him do it before. So even if Never is... probably just our No Mod and DT, very high skill cap man in the room. That does not mean that this is a bad pick.
A bad pick. Cheese probably here. I mean, Cheese has got some incredible speed on him anyway, so I think here he's really relying on out-acking Never as far as it goes. But Never is no slouch when it comes to accuracy. And on this pick as well, this will be, dare I say it, comfortable BPM for him. So, and the more comfortable you are on a speed, the easier it is to act, even if act isn't necessarily what you are known for. But good luck, have funs, and golfs are exchanged. They're going golfing.
Let's go golfing.
I've hoodwinked you all. This is the COE golf tournament. Is there a golfing place in Den Bosch? I did see one driving in from Amsterdam.
I mean, there's probably enough like miniature golf parks in the area with the farms and stuff, but I didn't know about real golf.
No, probably not real golf. A couple of mini golf ones, yeah. Catch us at the post-event Taiko Golf meetup. No, joking.
All right, but here we go into the No Mod 3.
The Skibbity Slicers. Diff name, you are not the fart. So who will be the fart?
Probably the first person to hit a 100, which is not going to be in the intro.
And players seemingly already settled down. And it could stay like this for a very long time into this map.
Yeah, nothing happening so far. Both of them looking super, super comfortable here.
Ooh,
all right, that's the first 100 being dropped by cheesestingy, but this map has so much more to offer. Second 100.
Yeah, it is an advantage, never, but it is not much of an advantage. The Cheese is continuing to drop the rare 100 here and there, but never still yet to drop any. Oh, but there's a miss!
A big break there on those Mono 1-6, completely evil to be put into the map, especially for Mongo, and yeah, catching him off guard, unfortunately, meaning the lead has actually swung over to cheesestingy here.
Yeah, unfortunate. As well as the miss, he also just got unsettled by it, bled some accuracy as well, so he doesn't even have that to fall back on. Perhaps just a little bit of an opening map nerves here coming in for Never. This looks now like a great pick from Cheese, who is sitting at 10,000 points.
All right, the 1/3
as we
coming
get halfway.
in. Nothing really getting, but that's actually another break coming in for Never halfway through the map as well.
That's very, very troublesome for Never. This is Cheese's first pick, so perhaps not too much to be concerned about.
Here we go into the doublet section. Can Cheese pull through? This is known as the part that's really anti-KDDK, but he pulls through.
Yeah, he gets through the first half with ease onto the easier second half, and with that, the worst of the map is perhaps now behind Cheese, who is still on an incredible FC run here. And yeah, pulling away from Never, now 20,000 points in the lead. Ooh, big string of 100s there. Almost picked up a miss. Was hitting quite late on that pattern, but holding steady for now as the map approaches an end. He's bled a little bit of accuracy though. If he misses, it could still very easily switch back to Never. He's got to be careful here.
And neither of them getting caught out by the 1/3. They're just dropping a couple 100s here and there, but it seems that both of them are once again very, very stable. As we are right at the end of the map, there's just a couple bars more. Can Cheese pull through? Can he put an FC on this map against Mr. First Page over here?
He's holding on.
Ooh! And it switches over right at the end. 600, but 611 points. It actually goes back to Never. What? A really unfortunate pattern misread, quite possibly at the end there. No one has suspected that he was pulling out so strongly.
Heartbreak for Cheese. It looked like such a secure point. He was about 15,000 points in the lead, and then literally on the last pattern of the map, I think it was, to pick up just that string of chain misses. So unfortunate, but you can't for a second drop your focus on that no mod 3. And yeah, Cheese is beside himself. Thankfully, looks like he's laughing at not letting him affect his mental, which is good, but it will affect, of course, the scoreline, and Never will definitely take that point. And Never surprised as well. Understandable, really.
Thank you so much, COE staff, for adding the replays this year. This is quite possibly the best function we've had this year. Thank you so much. Shout out production.
Shout out production. And shout out the crowd as well for the reaction. Yeah, shout out the Poon. He's back there.
True.
All right, and with that moment of hilarity aside, on to Never's pick with that immediate breakpoint, and he's going to keep that skill cap train rolling, going with the no mod 6. This is very different from the no mod 3, which is pretty much pure speed. This has got all sorts of tech, speed, and shenanigans in it.
It is burst tech at the end of the day. It is only 140 BPM base, but considering the amount of snappings thrown in there, the amount of 1.7 and 1.9 in there as well, I don't think it's even fair to call this a I guess that would be 210 BPM map if it were just like full-on 1.6 burst.
Yeah.
I think you could consider it faster than that. I think you could easily consider this a 230 BPM map.
Exactly.
But that is still with so many snappings thrown in there. And don't get me wrong, they are correct. I made sure when I checked this map pool beforehand to be like, wait, hold on, what? But no, it's correct.
It is, and it is mapped by Aroneosu, for those who play Taiko, of course. Very well known for his speed tech mapping.
Very well known.
And yeah, this pick definitely you'd have to say favors Aurora, but Just like last time, you can never be too sure. One momentary lapse of judgment and all your hard work can be undone.
Does it favor Aurora, you said?
It favors Aurora, yes, of course it favors Aurora.
I mean, it would favor Aurora. I think it would also favor Never.
Yeah, I've still got last match on the brain, clearly. I'm confusing bongo players, they're too similar.
I think you could get cancelled for that.
I probably could, but it's a good thing I do not have twitter.com anyway. Away we go. Nobody's dropped any sort of early 100s here.
That's fair, but I think any 100s dropped in this section won't matter too much in the long run, considering...
This map is not the kind of map that should come down to accuracy.
Here we go.
Is the first one to drop.
Just a couple 100s, and here we go, right into the meat of it. A couple more 100s getting dropped here by Cheese and Never, but Never for now pulling ahead, but
it's just barely on his side as 100s are traded back and forth. In fact, I think
it seems that Never is pulling ahead a little bit more despite the lower accuracy. The lead is now going over to Cheese.
I think maybe Cheese has skipped some finishes here in order to get the
combo. Could be.
Working in his favor for now, but he does not have as much of a lead as perhaps he would have if he was able to hit this all with the full finishers.
Yeah, halfway through, the silly doublets coming in. Are they going to be hitting a lot of 100s? They're just assessing it. All right. All right, a couple more 100s getting dropped by Never there at the end, but they're supposed to seem
misses
so
from Never.
Stable, but that's a miss coming in from Never.
But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We saw this story play out just last time on that No Mod 3, but Cheese's lead is growing with another miss there from Never, now into 50,000 points ahead. This one looks a little more safe for Cheese, but let's not call things just too early. Big stream coming in. Both players did absolutely fine. But Cheese now 55,000 points ahead with one real section left in the map.
Yeah, the speed up, I believe the end part of this map is the 150 BPM part. This perhaps a lot more stable snapping, just a lot more of them and pretty much no breaks in between them. Can Cheese hold on? Can he pull through with the FC here now after the No Mod 3?
This would be an incredible FC if he can pull it off with the 99% accuracy as well. And will be a much needed break point, and it will be there for Cheese.
Beautiful FC coming in there with only 17 100s on this terrifying snapping map.
And that is an incredible score and a much needed break point to tie things back up at 1-1 between our two players. Balance restored for now. And back to Cheese's pick. Cheese get a 96 backstage. That's a little bit more than a 96.
I mean, hey, absolute upscore. We want that, don't we?
500 hertz monitor buff. That's what we'll call it now. Surely just not the 500 hertz monitor.
All right, and there we go. Once again, probably the most picked map of the entire tournament. We have DT Hard Rock, Ice Cream.
Am I right in saying, and somebody will have to correct me on this, I think this has been picked in every single match.
I believe this has been picked in every single match.
Popular with the players.
Yes.
And the crowd as well, because obviously we've had people singing it as well.
Yeah, in fact, so popular with singing that the puller has DM'd me and begged me to sing it.
Yeah, we're calling you out, Yonkin. He's been on people since the beginning of the tournament to sing this song, which I'm not going to, just to annoy him.
Good. I'll do it, I guess. Once again.
Crack on. Your voice is much better than mine.
Well, thankfully, I'm only doing one part.
The crowd should handle the rest, surely.
I do believe it. They all seem to know this song. I do believe I'm too old.
Unk.
I'm not enough on TikTok. My bad, guys.
But here we go with the DT Hard Rock. Now, I believe Cheese last time he was on stage, or I think just before the box match actually, set up a score of the tournament on this map with a stupidly high accuracy FC on this OD11 pick. And he's going for it again. Accuracy a little shaky off the start, but more stable than Never's is, at least by a few 100s.
Just by a hair. There have to be only 970-ish between them. That's got to be like maybe 3 or 4 100s at most, which with OD 11.2 is so easy to rack up on.
It is, in fact, the players tied up there for a moment, but Cheese is just barely now ahead. I think by 1 or 2 100s now. It's not much of a lead, but it is a lead nonetheless. As we get through the first third of the map, no major drama here, literally just 100s deciding it for now. And here we go. Sing along if you know the words.
Nanigaski? Nanigaski?
And whilst the crowd sings, Never has actually
Nanigaski?
Never has actually pulled ahead into the lead.
Nanigaski?
And with the singing section now all done, Never has pulled into the lead, but he drops a couple 100s and we're tied up again. Never mind, back on Cheese's side. The lead just flickering back and forth as these guys trade 100s, but we're only halfway through this map.
There's still nothing in it. Wait a minute, the scoreline has pretty much not changed. It's growing a little bit more now as Never is racking up more and more 100s here at the end. 10k lead, and both of them still on the FC, but there's actually quite a lot of this map left. We're only 2/3 of the way through.
It feels a lot longer than perhaps it actually is. But yeah, Cheese now with the biggest lead we've seen all match, now at 15,000 points, is Never just bleeding accuracy. Coming into this last quarter, I think there's one main Ki left. Still dropping the accuracy. If Never wants to pull this back, he's going to need Cheese to really drop a miss here, as well as a couple of 100s maybe. But so far it looks like they are not coming. Cheese has very much stabilized, building up into the 99s, which is incredibly impressive on a map with this OD, but he needs to hold out the FC. It will be a massive score swing with the modifiers we've got on, so we can't really afford a miss. The map is coming to an end. With just a couple of notes remaining, Cheese will close out another incredibly impressive FC on this OD11 DT Hard Rock.
Yet another FC on this map as well. He's done this before. The fact that 99.1% may be one of his weaker scores is terrifying.
Is incredible. And 2-1 to Cheese with a very, very solid pick from there, but now over to Never's pick. And yeah, Never struggling with the ACK on the last half of that map, as we were sort of saying earlier in the Aurora over the hedge match. Bongo players typically struggle a bit more with accuracy, and on the ACK pick, Cheese was able to expose that quite a bit there. And now we wait for Never's second pick.
And in the meantime, I have had confirmation that the pooler is very, very pleased.
I imagine he is. You're welcome, Youngin, for me not doing anything.
Ooh, but in the meantime, we are moving on to the SV map, Nomad 4, before it ends. Custom map by Super SSS. Very, very, very Chinese indeed.
Yeah, one of two, might be more actually. But we've got Super SSS and KK Negative as mappers.
I mean, they are such strong mappers. I believe Super SSS is also part of the Taiko Mapping World Cup team. Quite often, always doing very, very well. At least as long as they don't have to pull, as long as they don't have to map Onis, they do very, very, very well. And we can see it on this map as well. But the tech in this is quite clean, even if the players might not particularly enjoy playing.
And this is an interesting pick from Never. He's picked it, I think, in most of his matches, whether it's been a sight read or not, but he has practiced it and he has set some near SS scores on it in practice, but he's not been able to replicate it in match yet.
In fact, I believe on the second day of matches was the first time he downloaded the map, and after looking at all the map pool feedback, he played it once or twice and was like, what's the big deal, guys?
Yeah, I believe his fourth attempt on this map was a 1/100 FC.
Yeah.
But
now,
like I said,
if he's able to pull it off on stage,
incredible.
That's a different matter.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
with the light shining on your eyes, with all of our lovely crowd here to watch him, cheer him on. Woo! There you go. Come on. Come on.
The pressure does hit different under the stage lights, but diamonds are made under pressure. And Never is going to have to get used to that before it ends.
Yeah, I mean, here at the start, very calm start of the map, I would say. And here we go straight into the Donkana section, which both of them should be pretty familiar with by now. Yeah, 0 100s getting dropped right now, even getting through those 1/6 patterns. Actually, the first 100s getting dropped by Never there.
On the mono patterns, understandable for Bongo, they are quite uncomfortable.
here with the big overlap SPs into slightly higher SPs with someone 6th, but nothing that really throws them off too much. Here we go, not getting psyched out by that slider.
Cheese
Ooh,
drops his
actually
SS
with a
and
miss.
a miss. And now it is Never in the driver's seat. They do have the same accuracy. So
equal accuracies, but that combo difference is going to be big, especially when Never is now at combo cap.
Yeah, Never's going to need to use this. His map isn't incredibly long, but he can't keep affording to drop 100s. He does have to lock in here and maintain this lead. Mono sections coming in. These would be the most likely to trip him up. But he hits the first section, second one's coming through.
And he hits them just fine. A little bit of a slider there, a little bit of a calm part here now as we are halfway through the map. And yeah, the combo here is also going to matter in the sense that this is one of the lowest star ratings in the pool. Only 5.29, as this map really is not that dense. It's just meat.
Exactly, which means this 14,000 point lead is pretty significant here for Never.
We'll see here as we are going into the next Donkama section, which is very much like the first one, but just not the same enough to get tripped on there. But no, they are doing fine. Only 100 getting dropped there.
Yeah, the score lead has come down by about 3,000 points though, down into 12. And there is still time for Never to lose this if he bleeds too much accuracy, but we're getting into the ending of the map now. So he just needs to hold his nerve and finish off this FC.
Just a little bit more. There's nothing to it. Cheese is pulling ahead with the accuracy, but with that break in the middle of the map, that seems to be sealing his fate here as the next point will go to Never. And we are again on TB pace.
We are indeed 2-2.
21 100s. Maybe not as strong as that 100 in practice, but still very, very good.
Indeed. Enough to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that is what matters. And now each player has won a break point and won one of their own picks.
As it should.
We go over now to Cheese. Wondering what Cheese will pick next. If up with 150 heart rate is something. Yeah. And Cheese going with Hard Rock 1.
Okay, the map that got banned in the previous match against our resident Hard Rock player over the hedge. But here we have yet another Hard Rock player coming in. We have Cheesestingy, again, also terrifying on the mod.
Yeah, this is going to be an accuracy-based Hard Rock. It's pretty much, you know, if somebody misses on this, it's probably going to be fatal.
Yeah, it really could be. I know that both of these players can definitely FC this map. I believe Cheeses FC'd this in match before, possibly yesterday.
And he set some very, very good ack on it. But we'll have to see what he can pull off now against Never. Okay, let's play it DT.
Sure, let's play this TT. Sure, why not?
I'm going to go with a no on that one, I'm afraid.
Aw, man.
I'm pulling rank. I'm sorry. Yongen would never forgive me.
I don't know, I think he would find it funny.
He probably would, but he'd also debadge my tournament, so you know, you win some, you lose some.
All right, here we go into the Tech Hard Rock with a lot of 1/6 thrown in there, as long I cannot come up with words.
The excitement's getting to you.
Along with very, very high SV sections, especially for Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, it does have some surprisingly high speed sections. Not as much as Hard Rock 2, but still enough that if you aren't ready for them, they can catch you off guard. But here we go. It's also quite a long map at just about 3 1/3 minutes long. Off the start, nobody dropping any 100, not yet into the map proper. A couple of 1/6 come through. Players trade 100 each. Cheese drops another one soon after, but there's an early break. And like I said, that could be pretty problematic for Never. Cheese is bleeding a little bit more accuracy off the start than perhaps he is used to. But all he needs to do is hold on to this FC. They're matching accuracies right now. But we've got a long way to go on this pick yet.
Yeah, we are only 400 notes in, and this song is one of the many, many songs in this pool actually that have a length over 3 minutes, and that is along with another break from Never around the 200 combo. If he does not build back up combo, Cheese is just going to run ahead.
Yeah, he's almost a whole % behind in terms of accuracy. Well, as well, and Cheese is looking to run away with this one, really. Looking very, very comfortable. Hits that burst as we are approaching halfway through the map.
Hitting it just fine. We have a 34k lead already for our resident hard rock player. Well, second resident hard rock player, cheesestingy.
Indeed. Big style.
Only halfway through, only halfway through. Here we go into another KI with more high SV.
Cheese holding on to that 99%. Never has recovered, got back up to combo cap. Accuracy still hanging at the low 98s.
He needs Cheese to miss. There is no other way. He needs Cheese
serious breaks here from Cheese. But I think Cheese is very, very much settled into this pick right now. He's looking incredibly comfortable. And we've got just about 1 minute left in this map. A little slow section before it all picks up again. As Cheese looks to put on by far his most dominant just performance, I think, over Never in these maps.
Yeah, I mean, a lead of 43k. That's enough for a miss.
That's enough for several misses.
If it's clean enough, that is. You never know with these matches.
Yeah, that's true. As we get into one of the last KI sections.
Even higher SV.
But Cheese looks unfazed as he breezes through these sections. His accuracy only improving now into the mid-99s as he's really well and truly settled into this pick now. Claiming it as his own. The map coming to an end.
Yeah, just a little bit more and he will have once again FC'd this map.
Nothing Never can do at this point except pray, but even then I don't know if there's enough density for the score to switch, even with a catastrophic section of misses. But even then it doesn't look to be coming Cheese's way.
And that is another point for cheesestingy.
16,100 FC from
Incredible
Cheese.
stuff.
99.5, pretty much bang on.
That might honestly be a runner-up for one of his best scores on the map.
He's had some incredible scores on this map in particular.
That's enough for me, all right.
Yeah. In fact, you could say he's undefeated on this map. Eh? Eh?
Hey?
Yeah? Yeah? Get
Yes?
it?
Yes?
Yeah.
Laugh?
No, don't laugh. They're not laughing, it was a funny joke. Anyway. Moving swiftly onwards, back to Never's pick. And we've seen, well, no mods, and we've seen hard rocks. We've not seen a lot else.
No,
So
but I'm also just not sure what else you would pick here. I mean, I think, because obviously Hidden might not be Cheese's preferred mod, but I don't think it's Never's preferred mod either.
no,
So it
he was
really-
able to beat Aurora on it yesterday.
Yes, yes, both of them can absolutely play these Hiddens. It's just,
Can he play it to Cheese's level? It would be
And
close, too close for a comfort
does he feel
pick.
comfortable to pick it?
Exactly. I think perhaps we're more likely looking at maybe a no mod 2, if anything. I think is possibly the most likely. Either that or
Could be.
or maybe
Ooh,
DT.
yeah, there it is. No mod 2. You called it.
Yep, and he's going to go check his offset as Taka players like to. So we immediately switch to his camera.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. This map is brutal. This is a very low skill cap tech pick. This is pure finger control as it is polyrhythm.
Which is why it's always very interesting that the bongo player has picked it.
And he's
But
back. Back and ready to see. I think this is also like a real nerves pick because the SV in this map is not very high either.
It's not, and the nerves are only going to be heightened, whether or not he realizes it. If he loses his pick here, Cheese is going to be up 4-2 with a pick in hand.
Yeah.
So it's why is this guy is playing? Was it Chidinthium? My? I don't know. He's playing one of those games. What is he
I mean,
playing?
yeah, it could be because this song is featured in My.
It's featured in My.
This song is featured in My.
He's playing My. Damn.
Oh, Slider of Doom.
The slider of ill omens.
But yeah, here we go. The BPM on this map is stable at 73.5 BPM, although at one small section in the map it goes up to 74 for a little bit, but other than that it is pretty much just snappings.
pretty much. And off the start, both players matched for accuracy, though they've dropped a couple of 100s each by the looks of things.
Makes sense. I mean, look, I don't know what these notes are doing, but they are equal in accuracy for now.
I believe this has also been described by some of the players as less of a tech pick and more of a polyrhythm pick, which I would say is fair from the amount of wonky snappings.
But that's also the point.
Yeah. And
yeah, we are seeing one more 100 getting dropped here by Cheese, meaning Never is maybe a couple more ahead now, maybe 2 100s ahead now.
Yeah, unusual off the start perhaps for Never to have the ACK advantage, but maybe the finger control just benefits Bongo a little bit better than it does KDDK.
It's so
but it's
slow.
Still so close. We're already halfway through. Ooh!
That is an important miss. We are halfway through the map as well. He may genuinely not be able to build back up the combo cap.
Yeah, that's pretty tragic there for Cheese. I think you saw him in the player cam react to it just before we all saw it happen. Hands in the air in dismay because he knows that there's not that much map really left. He's gonna have to hope that Never crumbles on something here. But that was a really big break there. Tanked his accuracy as well, over 1% behind and falling. As he just lacks the comfort to really make a concrete challenge to Never on this map in particular. 30k advantage is probably the biggest advantage that Never has had all match so far.
99.2%. That is even if he hits a couple more 100s here and there, 99% plus on this map is incredible.
It really would be, but he's yet got to finish out that score. The map is coming to an end as this pick looking a lot more solid for Never than perhaps I originally thought it would be. 40,000 points in the lead. Map coming to an end, still holding on to this 99% FC. This would be another incredible score we're seeing up here on stage.
Almost there, almost there.
One last mini Ki.
And that's another FC coming in for Never. He is so locked in, he hit the monos.
Yeah, those monos, he hit them so easily, I barely even registered that they were going to be difficult for him. There wasn't really any 100s. But yeah, 3-3. Good news, this is now a best of 5.
Yeah, I mean, they both of them really just want to play for fun. They are happy to be here already. So
yeah, Cheese's reaction in the middle of the map to that lockup.
They're both so happy to be here and happy with their performances so far, to be here on the stage, to see who becomes player 1 and player 2 of the tournament. But still, they want to win. They want to do the best they can.
They do indeed. And now Cheese is going with No Mod 1.
Okay, a map we actually have not seen a whole lot of in the tournament outside of round of 16, where it was a preferred pick by the lower bracket players. But ever since then, I think everyone just knows that everyone is pretty good at this.
This is very much an even footing map.
We are once again getting a prayer ritual coming in from Cheesestingy over here. Let's see if it works out.
Only time will tell. Again, on balance, you'd have to say slightly easier map. Maybe benefits Cheese in terms of accuracy, but we've just seen that Never can act. And this is not an easy, typical No Mod 1 consistency pick. There's a lot of trippy sections in here.
I think with the way that No Mod 1s have evolved, yes, there are some silly things in there that you wouldn't see in any map normally, like who thinks to put in a 5/16 mono? But other than that, I actually think this is a fairly standard thing that you can expect from No Mod 1. You have your very gentle sections, and then you have a couple jump scares here and there, because you have to be consistent at those. You have to be able to hit those.
Yeah, 7.25 stars, 240 BPM.
That is actually an early break coming in from Never. The first, either 1/6 or 1/8, tripping him up.
Only benefit for Never with that miss is that it was so early that it really minimizes the damage done. It was very comebackable for Never. But the accuracy, I think, just unsettled him, that miss, a little bit at the start here. I love this song. It's one of the most hyped songs we do have.
He getting through those 1/3 and 1/4 just fine. Yeah, the map as well being 240 BPM. meaning the mechanics requirement on this is quite high, never only hitting 1 or 2 100s on that, and she's just assessing that tech burst.
Incredible stuff here from both our players. Never has recovered fantastically from earlier. Now up into the 99s in terms of accuracy, but he's still a little bit of ways behind Cheese. So another 100 there, kind of close the gap down to 6,000 points. We've got a long way to go. This is a nearly 4-minute long map. And these players are within touching distance of each other. Just one
6K,
little pattern could
6K is so small of a score difference here. She's only barely pulling ahead.
Getting through. No 100s coming from either player. They trade one at the exact same time.
Getting through it, and I believe we see a yay from Cheese as he hits. As he,
I think something might be coming. Hang on, folks.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, we heard it here in the audience. We heard the cry of dismay from Cheese, and it was in fact a miss.
So happy to have SS'd at 5/16th mono, but then yeah, the text burst coming in the super dense section right after.
It's a 10,000 point advantage for Never. It will grow a little bit in his favor, but he can see that Cheese is not far behind.
It is not unwinnable. We are only halfway through the map. There's so much more density that this map has to throw at you. Maybe a little bit of a calmer section here, but that is only calm if you're consistent at your 240 BPM,
Exactly.
which is not the easiest BPM. I would say that is above the usual range.
Yeah, it's pretty quick, especially for what comes at the end of this song, which is a couple of streams. Which could very well decide it if the gap is going to stay this
with
close.
With some 1.6, with even a couple 1.8s in there because, you know, 5s
Why
and
not?
stuff.
But here we go, building back up into the last minute or so of this map. This is going to be the crunch point.
A little bit of a fake out build up.
13,000 point advantage for Never. It's settled as Cheese has got back up to combo cap.
Here we go, about to get into the long stream. Here we go. Can they do it? Can they get it? Never with a couple 100s.
But he holds. Advantage shrunk by 2,000 points down to 11,000. Still in Never's favor though. 100 dropped by Cheese as we get into
the last PI. There's just so much more density thrown at you here. So many more longer patterns. 1/3s and everything. A little bit more, just a touch more. 1/6 bursts. More streams.
Never's looking incredibly comfortable. This hasn't dropped any 100s, but Cheese needs something from him to pull this back. There's a 100, but is it going to be enough? Another stream comes in. No 100s to be found from either player.
Here we go, the last little bit, the last couple streams. The 1/8 birds catching neither of them off guard. And that is a beautiful play coming in with Never. Possibly a little bit of a reverse choke with those misses at the start. But if we just ignore those, that is a beautiful play.
But a break point as well, and we haven't seen one in 4 maps as well, so that could be pretty critical. Now it is Never's pick, and he's going to look to take this to match point, but in terms of options, well, there aren't that many left, really.
No, I mean,
we're out of no mods.
The no mods are gone.
Sold out of no mods. We have the wife-loving map and the DT.
And Hidden 1 and Hidden 2. But again, I don't know if they want to... Cheese, maybe the prayer ritual doesn't work.
Yeah. Cheese's prayers going unanswered for that one, unfortunately for him.
Yeah.
And now it is Never who has the advantage.
Do we have a next pick?
Never consulting the board. Looking at the stream to see what he was going with. Hidden 1!
Okay, we are going into the swing hidden.
This is interesting. Like we said, Cheese is good at Hard Rock. He's good at Hidden as well, but it's not what he's known for. And it's a similar story with Never, perhaps. Again, he could do Hard Rock very well. Not known for his Hidden, but a bit more of a significant difference, you'd have to say, on balance between the two of them. So My initial assumption would be this would benefit Cheese, but this is not unlike...
I'm not so sure. I think possibly the mechanics requirement in this as well.
It's not like your typical slow hiddens that you would get in many other tournaments.
You could say that this still acts as the usual slow hidden in the sense that with all of the different snappings thrown at you, because it's not just swing. There's 1-6 and there's 1-8 just thrown in.
There's still reading challenge, but the mechanics are also
for sure a reading challenge. It's just that in a lot of tournaments they would put the same type of mapping on quite slow BPMs and SVs, and that's just not the case here.
Pick an 80 BPM Futsu, there's your hidden one. Whereas this is definitely not an 80 BPM Futsu. Alright, Cheese with a big act drop off the start happens on these hiddens. Sometimes you've got to get into the map to get it into the rhythm.
Yeah, I would also believe that Never, possibly for this match specifically, grinded his hiddens a little bit more, knowing that it's not Cheese's strongest mod, at least compared to Aurora, his previous opponent.
So far, paying off. He has a little bit of an activity. Again, not much, but we've seen maps won by slimmer margins in this very matchup here. But a couple of consistent 100s dropped there from Never and is more or less equal. They're now just flickering back and forth. Advantage Cheese actually at the moment as Never just keeps leading the accuracy here. Hitting by the looks of things on his UR bar just a little bit too early during that section. As the first Ki arrives, Cheese trades the 100s back though. It's really just swinging back and forth. I guess some sections may be benefiting Cheese and some benefiting Never.
Alright, Cheese in a couple more 100s there. The lead has grown by 1K.
It's so incredibly tight, and again, this is not a very long map.
100s are not. Oh, that's actually quite a lot more 100s now coming in from Cheese.
Halfway through, about 10,000 point advantage.
But both of them are still on the FC. If Never finds a misread somewhere here in this slightly slower section, slightly emptier section, then it would easily swing over.
But none
and now he gets them
so far.
All right, here we go. Back into yet another verse. Cheese with just more and more 100s, just not as comfortable in this map as Never is.
I think Never's practice is really showing off here.
Yeah.
Clearly put a lot of effort into this pick. He wants to win so badly.
This is his first time attending COE. It would be great for him to take home his first win as well.
It absolutely would be, but though the scoreline has nearly doubled now, up to 20,000, we get into one last Ki for this map. And it's not unreachable for Cheese, but he needs a big miss here from Never as the map winds down into the last 20 or 30 seconds. Still in this Ki, both players still on the FC. Yeah, Never's accuracy almost in 99. Doing an incredible job.
Can they close it out with a dual FC? It would be so great if they did on this absolute map of a map. I don't know what else to call it.
It would be an incredible score from Never. Can he pull this off?
Almost there, almost there. And there
wow.
It is.
Cheese in shock.
In absolute disbelief at only 26 100s coming in from Never. Understandable. That is some really strong stuff.
That is a truly impressive score there from Never.
Hello.
Oh, we've got it.
We have a
guest appearance. I think there's a pep talk coming in for Botched. He's given Cheese a pep talk. All right. And now he's run away. Caught but a hair of him. Cameo appearance from our third place finisher. But what to do now for Cheese? He is in a dangerous position. He's running across the stage.
Oh, we got some candy.
He's gotten sweets. What is the meta? What is this meta for this match? He's having some sweets as he's picked Fremod 2.
Fremont 2, another map that's actually not been picked all that much.
It is very difficult.
Yeah, this is an incredibly tacky Fremod. Whereas Fremod 1 is more of the high OD and specifically 160 and 140 requirement, this is truly, once again, there is just a lot of snappings thrown in here. And it also honestly feels like a swing map, once again.
It's kind of, as we get an action replay of Cheese getting the goodies and tearing them open. Vital replay. Thank you, front of house. We love you. But what are my players doing in this tournament? Like,
they're vibing. They're happy to be here. We love to see it.
I thought that was botched again. I can't even lie. I thought I was looking around. I fully expected to see him looming over me.
The ghost of seaweed.
The ghost of over their hedges, past, future, and present. And the present certainly come to wish Cheese well with this free mod 2. Now mods. Double
Honestly,
Hard Rock.
Yeah, I think so. This is a map that I believe pretty much only Aurora can kind of play Hidden Hard Rock. And I believe he said backstage that in practice he managed to beat a 1-mod score, but that's only really on this last day of practice.
Yeah, this is almost impossible
Here we
to
go.
dual mod for both of our players. So yeah, both going with Hard Rock, their mod of choice here. This is going to be a
Makes
straight
sense.
shootout as Cheese looks to stay alive in this tournament as...
Yeah, I mean, as we can already see, there's so much 1/3 and 1/6 already getting thrown in here. The BPM maybe only being 115, but there's... this is, again, a 230 BPM map.
It really is. Opening has never in the lead.
The monos
Just
with
by
the monos with the snapping change being not really an issue for either of them. But there is, again, really only one. Oh, that's a miss actually coming in from Never. And more misses at that.
Lifeline for Cheese here. He shoots into the lead. 12, 13, 14,000 point lead and growing. And all of a sudden, this is looking like a fantastic pick for Cheese, but we're only very early on in this map, but more misses coming in from Never. He's just not looking that comfortable on this pick. Had to go hard. You have to mod. You cannot no mod these free mods.
No.
And so, as we get into halfway, Cheese with a 30,000 point advantage. Now maybe thinking, well, can't see the score, but maybe based on this, should have picked this one a little bit sooner.
I mean, who knows? I think it's understandable that he's terrified to be picking most of these maps against his opponent. And again, Fremont too. Cheese could be on a god roll here. I mean, 99.56%. And growing at that, still on the FC. This is an incredible score coming in from him.
This is ridiculous accuracy from Cheese as we over halfway now. Never 40,000 points behind.
And Cheese does not want to give up. He has to win 2 maps in a row and then face Never against a tiebreaker, but
And
he is going to do it if he can, and that's another miss. A combo cap as well coming in from Never.
And I think that may very well be fate sealed as far as this map is concerned.
Much 53k advantage and growing. Cheese could easily find a clean miss here and there. Just be fine there. Okay, there's the miss. Let's see if it's indeed enough.
It's not yet over. The lead is going to diminish. As Never doesn't have necessarily the combo to take advantage on this. Cheese has got to be a little bit careful. He cannot afford to do that. Well, he can afford it maybe one more time, but the map is winding down.
Oh, that is another break. This could be getting a little bit tighter here. The lead is...
but Never trades it.
Ah.
And that is a huge sigh of relief for Cheese there. That was looking very, very dangerous for him at the end there. But as long as he doesn't make any more silly mistakes towards this end, he should be able to hold out. He's got enough of a buffer here to afford himself one more miss. And with the spinner...
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. And the map winding down. Cheese will hold on by a significant margin, but perhaps could have been a lot more, could have been a lot closer.
Yeah,
if
the
Never had
sigh
picked
of
up that
relief
miss.
coming in from Cheese makes sense.
I'm sure felt his heart drop on that first chain miss, and then the second one, he probably thought that that may very well have been game done. But he lives for one more map, and one more map it will be. Because either way, this will be the last pick.
It is. Let's see if we can make it to tiebreaker once again. If Never once again has to play a tiebreaker here on stage.
He's fought hard, he has, and he's got his one last pick to avoid that tiebreaker with Cheese.
Never possibly trying to psych out his
What would
opponent.
you pick if it was your pick? Yeah, we've got Hidden 2, Hard Rock 2, DT, and Free Mod.
And that's it. And none of these picks are going to be comfortable for either of them.
They really aren't. Hard Rock 2 is what Cheese is telling Never to pick.
Yeah.
Never's going, really?
Anyways, I picked DT.
I think surely Hidden 2 or DT is on the cards. I don't think he can rely on Free Mod 1, not after that performance. Unfortunately, I mean, it got close towards the end, but still clearly more comfortable on the mods. I think Never's really got to go with Hidden 2 or DT, and I'll be honest.
Shots fired, :3s in chat.
I'll be honest. I've seen Never practicing Hidden 2. I don't know if he's got it up his sleeve. It is some stream in there. So.
I mean, with his heart up in his throat, picking the slower Hidden.
It's a tough ask, but he's going for it.
He does it.
Pump it up forever. Nope. Wrong map.
Wrong map.
Clearly, our referee Hunter just loves his wife, and she makes him want to be a better man.
Makes sense.
But there we go. Pump it up forever. The Tempest is coming. Maybe the love from front of house is not necessarily shared between the staff, but.
I mean, at least you guys couldn't hear the map. We could.
That's true. But there we go.
Yeah, Hidden 2 coming in. This is for people not familiar with the pool, this is a streamy Hidden with SV that goes up and down quite a little bit. And the patterns in the streams are also mean. Followed by a mean 1/6 section, followed by a section with doublets that you pretty much can't see. You just have to feel that they're there.
Yeah, you've got to just kind of trust. Use the force, as it were, copyright infringement.
I mean, hey, as a Hidden player, I get it. You just kind of have to feel them.
You just gotta play Hidden. That's what you gotta do.
The real skill to Hidden is just vibing harder. I won't lie.
You know what? That's so real.
Oh.
No.
Here we go.
And here we go. Last pick of the match.
All right, we have some initial accuracy drops actually coming in from Never with these ninja finishers. Yeah, possibly just needing a moment to regain his confidence on this map.
I mean, the nerves must be through the roof. He's in a winning position.
Have to be.
He knows if he can clutch this out, he doesn't have to play that tiebreaker. Doesn't have to risk that one more map and secures his win.
The thing with Tiebreaker is that it is both so mechanically intensive and so high SV intensive that I think it's a hard call to make whether or not it favors one of these two. I would say it might favor Never if they get to that point, but...
You have to get there first.
For now, Cheese is looking very nice and stable at the 99.5% as we are pretty much just getting into the map now. Here we go!
First stream coming in. Cheese with the accuracy advantage worth 11,000 points so far. You see those ninja finishes coming in. Both players managed to hit them, but a big miss there for Never.
It may be time for a tiebreaker, ladies and gentlemen, but we are only halfway through. But Cheese is looking so okay, a couple 100s there, but that's fine on these mean streams.
But another big chain miss there from Never. And this one is, I mean, this is the biggest margin we've seen at any point in any map so far. And so it already looks like we are going to go to tiebreaker. Cheese just keeping his nerves
getting
calm.
Through that overlap, a little bit of a calmer section here before we move into the 1/6 section.
Playing smooth and steady. There's not long left in the map. Cheese is looking like he is going to be able to take this
to
a tiebreaker. Give himself an opportunity to defend his title.
All right, here we go. Moving on to the 1/6 section. Stable SV here at the very least, but well, other than the ninja finishers. The ninja finishers are eternal.
Couple 100 drops from Cheese.
Okay,
a little bit early. Got a little bit unsteady.
But she's still on that 99% plus. All right, here we go.
Slow down section. This could be.
You can hear the doublets in this, but you don't see them.
Miss from Cheese, but it's clean. It's a clean miss. It does cut his lead in half. It was down from 70,000, not in half, to 50,000.
That's fine. That's fine. He just needs to ride it out to the end. 55K should be plenty.
And it is growing, in fact.
Oh,
a little bit of a stutter at the end, but it doesn't affect the doesn't affect the score. And Cheese will take a break point, and we will be seeing a tiebreaker in grand finals.
Fantastic, fantastic stuff. All according to plan, of course.
But the script
has spoken.
Very well. But yeah.
I hope you guys are excited for this. This is a map of maps. This truly has a little bit of everything, to the point that it even has a Donkama section to make sure to fully punish the people who did not practice their tiebreakers.
And Never has at least played this once before.
Yes.
Won it against Aurora. Cheese we haven't seen on this map. I don't know how he'll do, but he's for sure practiced it.
Yeah, there's no way he hasn't. But is it going to be enough? I mean, Never is a terrifying player. He put a good score on this in his previous match.
He really did. It wasn't a full FC, but it was clean enough to get the job done, and that's all to do. Yeah, it's really tough to say. I think there's no sort of better player here. I think it really is just going to be who's got that ability right now. Tournament on the line, in tiebreaker, whose nerves are going to be steadier, whose hands are just going to be a little bit more confident. 6 minutes. 6 minutes is what remains between these two players, and either winning or coming second.
Which, I mean, hey, they deserve to be second. I mean, look at this match.
Oh, they have delivered an absolutely phenomenal. I could not, as a host, wish for a better finals match. This has been stunning between the two of them. And yeah, I'm glad we get a tiebreaker to end it all off.
And to that extent, I hope everyone in the crowd is ready here as well. We have a little bit of a walking over. There we go, cheering them on. They are so ready.
Sharing a gummy worm for good luck.
Fantastic stuff. Breaking the gummy worm, as it will.
Indeed. One last time. Last time she's had one, you know, he won by 70,000 points. So will this gummy worm give him power? I mean, he has shared it with Never now, so I guess they are equal.
Yeah, shaking hands as they go into this tiebreaker. They should be both ready.
Never doing some last-minute offset check-in as well.
Fair enough, fair enough. Do not.
It's a 6-minute map. It's hard to remember what happens in it.
Yeah, especially with... there are so many sections in there that are just thrown at you at incredible speed, and you just have to figure them out.
You really do. And so, I think without much further preamble, especially since kind of running out of time a little bit, but
It's fine, it's fine.
Oh, boo! I'm FF. You know what? I hope Cheese loses. I hope he loses. Don't boo me.
There you go.
Thanks. He better have a 6-7 in his finishing score now. That's all I'm saying.
My God. If he does, that would truly be
By the way,
scripted.
Chupalika, if you're in the crowd, Chupalika, hear me. Could you ping everyone in the CTT server for the tiebreaker, please? I think my phone's dead.
Has it been done? Can you guys? Yep.
Someone pinged it?
We
Yeah.
have confirmation.
We have confirmation that a ping's come through.
All right, good stuff.
Oh, that's the UK server. Don't worry. Somebody ping in the Ethan server. Anyway. Just at everybody. I don't really care. It's
All
tiebreaker.
right, let's go. Good luck, have fun in chat. Last one before the tournament finishes.
One last map.
Of the entire tournament.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cheese hyping himself up. He's going to need it. Yeah, let's get those cheers going as we begin the final map, the tiebreaker of
Here we go.
this year's 2026 COE Taiko Tournament. 8.8 stars, mapped by GT. One last map to take us home.
One last map. Who will take it home today?
Cheese off the start with a little bit of a lower accuracy. But it's the opening of the map,
That
and this
is
Ki
fine.
comes at you thick and fast. And Italy just going to flicker between them, but Cheese with an early break and about 200 combo there. Not devastating, but this is a long, long map, so near leads are a bit more pronounced in terms of score. So Never is going to enjoy this 4,000 point lead over Cheese.
The 4,000 points really is nothing in the grand scale of this map. Little bit of a break that they can see to turn the scores already. Of course, the Youngin Bowling Classic.
This one was, in fact, custom mapped by GT, so thank you very, very much to him.
Also qualified at the moment.
Also,
right?
this
Soon.
map is qualified, so feel free to go and play this.
If you can handle it, that is.
If you can handle it. This is not for the faint of heart. Never still on the FC, dropping a little bit of accuracy, so the score going a bit more Cheese's way as he holds on, but it is still just 5,000 points between the two of them. As we get through another Ki section, still the gap holds 5,000 in Never's favor, but we're going to see a little bit of something different now as the first quarter of the map completes.
Yeah, just a little bit of a build-up. Not much in it here. Here we go.
A bit of SV coming in with some denser 1-6 and tech patterns coming in, and you can see the lead shrinking a little bit now, down to 3,000.
Never getting more and more 100s. Their accuracies actually, Cheese has taken over on the accuracy front for now.
It's just that initial combo.
Ooh,
big set of missed hundreds there.
Is it switching over?
Oh, there's a miss from Never! Miss from Never coming in at about 1/3 of the way through. We've still got about another 4 minutes to go, but that is a pretty crucial miss. Cheese has 900, 1,000 combo. He's going to be able to extend a lead here to similar 5,000, 6,000 points that Never was holding on to earlier. So can come undone if he's not careful, but another miss there. It's not out of reach by any stretch of the imagination, but the more that you're going to miss on this map in this situation, his nerves must be shooting through the roof now as Cheese extends his lead to 10,000 points. But we're only halfway through. Nobody missing in the Don Karma section.
Yeah, they have practiced their TV so much, possibly knowing that this situation was inevitable here on these slow finishers. But
another miss there from Never. And maybe, just maybe, starting to slip away from him now as Cheese is going to continue building this lead, 15,000. But there's a huge miss from Cheese!
Traded over here. I'm not sure if the combo cap can be enough over here.
Shreds his lead that he has down from 15,000 to 3,000. Probably going to shrink a little bit more. Never doesn't have the most combo to take advantage of this, but it's still going to keep things nice and close as we get into the second half of the tiebreaker, and it's basically like we're starting all over again. Slow section, 1,500 points separating the two of them in Cheese's favor. It looks like where the gap is going to rest after his big miss.
And here we go!
Into the speed section.
And it actually flips over to Never.
And the SV gets a little bit lower. And a little bit lower.
And a little bit lower.
And it keeps getting lower.
It keeps going, and it keeps going, and they keep holding
and they're still holding, and Never is in the lead by less than 1,000. A couple 100s, and it switches over to Cheese.
But Cheese switches a couple more 100s.
Still going back and forth. Cheese is barely holding on in that section, but he does hold, but Never will come out of that with 3,000 points in the lead, but we still have a quarter of the map to go. 2,000 points as Never trips some crucial 100s.
It's both of them are dropping 100s, but it's just so close. They are trading.
We're back to 1.5. Minute and a half perhaps remaining in this map. And we're starting to run out of time.
More high SV coming in here. So
100s traded. A miss from Cheese! And that's a crucial miss at a time like this. Advantage Never. He's up to 10,000 points in the lead.
More 100s on Never's side, but as long as he holds on to the combo, he should be golden for a little bit. The high SV mono section's coming in, but it can never hold it through in this section.
But he misses! It's a clean miss though. It's not gonna ruin his score too much, but it is gonna diminish that lead down from 8 into 4,000. Cheese dropping the 100's gonna help Never stay in the lead, but the map, it's slowly coming to an end. Not quick enough for Never.
Slightly growing as Cheese perhaps.
But Cheese misses!
Miss as well. We are so close to the end of the map now. There's not a whole much of it left.
We are in the home stretch, and Never is 11,000 points ahead. Cheese misses on nothing. What are you doing, Cheese? Lock in.
He's trying. Don't be mad at him. Don't be mad at my boy.
One last section. And it could still all come undone for Never.
Just a little bit more. Can you take it
Jesus,
home? 13K. Yeah, pretty much just a spinner in it now. The map isn't over, but
I think that's it.
The spinner, bro.
He's leaving the spinner. He knows he's secured his win. And Cheese will lose his title to a worthy contender. And Never is your 2026 COE Taiko champion. Oh, I'm lightheaded.
That makes sense.
And Botched joining in the celebrations. I need a drink. Oh.
I mean, we know that was hard fought, tooth and nail to get to the end.
Wow.
But Never pulls through. And once again, just like last year, we have a brand new player join in and take first place. And deservedly so. But even then, Cheese's performance was still unbelievable. Both of these players had unbelievable matches.
Incredible stuff.
And yeah, I believe...
We'll do player interviews in a bit, but somebody's going to have to tell me how to turn on this microphone.
Let's see.
Thank you, Taiko. Save the day.
There
We'll give
we
players
go.
a little bit to celebrate. In fact, I think as Cheese just finishes logging out, you want to come and join us over here, Cheese?
Come here, buddy.
Unfortunate loss, but your second place finisher in COE 2026 Taiko tournament. Cheese, it came right down to the wire. Tiebreaker, you looked like you could win it all again, go back to back, but unfortunately not able to do it. How are you feeling right now?
Better player loses, I guess.
Oh, dear.
But well played, Never, and thank you to COE and you guys for making me come here again to play here. Yeah.
You're very welcome. It was an honor to have you fly all the way from Taiwan to come and play in this match. And I'm so glad you could give such an impressive Grand Finals performance. Did you enjoy the match? It looked like you were having a lot of fun when you were playing.
Yes, I enjoyed it so much, actually. It was so good.
And you know what?
Good thing for that.
That makes me very, very glad. So obviously, Aurora had the title originally. You took it off him. Now, Never has taken the title off of you. So, what words do you have for Never potentially, maybe who may look to defend his title again next year?
Who knows?
Are you coming next year?
Maybe. You
Well,
better.
maybe from me too, I guess.
Jeez, it has been an honor to have you play in this tournament, and yeah, congratulations on coming second, even if it wasn't the back-to-back you were hoping for. But I think we're going to have to hand over the microphone to get some words from the champion himself. Never, come and join us on the sofa here. Your champion, everybody. Give it up one more time for Never. Yes, there are a lot of people. So, how does it feel to be the champion of?
Actually, it feels great. I don't know if you noticed, I'm very excited.
The permanent smile might give it away.
Yeah.
I'm literally out of words. I don't know what to say. When the registrations opened, I was like on the fence of going because I knew that there were going to be a lot of good players, but I decided to go anyway. Somehow I seeded first in quals. I don't know how I've seeded every map, except for Hidden 2 because I missed the last node, but
That doesn't count.
yeah. Yeah, I got a really tough matchup in semis. Aurora is a great player. There he is in the audience.
Hi.
Shout out to
In
Aurora.
fact, our match also went to tiebreaker.
Yeah, you've had a rough run of it. But,
Yeah, I like tiebreakers.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah.
clearly, I can
Well,
tell
you
they've
did
worked
make
out
the
for you.
tiebreaker compilation, so this is perfect for you.
True. Oh, okay. And yeah, this match, Cheese is just so good. I mean, he was the champion last year. I'm literally out of words. I don't know what to say. Shout out Marco and Sis. They're my like best friends in Osu. They've been here for me for like the past 4 years. Shout out Mom and Dad for letting me be here at COE, and also my sister. The entire Slovak Mania and Taiko Discord. I know they were all watching. Also, Quap and Fubuki for being such great supporters. Everyone in the Taiko corner. Am I forgetting someone? I don't know.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, the Czech community at COE right now, they're rooting for me all along.
There
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's everyone. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. I still love you, but
Well,
yeah, I don't know what to say, man. It
it's
feels
been,
amazing.
It's been an honor to sort of host you in this tournament. I mean,
First
you've done
land,
so
first
incredible.
win.
Yeah, you've done amazingly. And I think it's time, of course, we give out the prizes. So if you hand me that microphone and we get Botched back on stage. Oh, I'll take this. Do you want the microphone? What do you want to say, Cheese?
I forgot. Yeah, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. I love you guys.
Now, of course, as my apparently co-prize giver, Mist is here. The winner of the tournament we'll get to in a minute. But if we could have third place in 2026, Over the Hedge 2014. You get this little third place trophy that says GOAT. There you go. All right. And in second place, last year's champion, Cheese. There you go, a silver trophy. And for our winner, Never, not only the main trophy, he will also be receiving, courtesy of Wooting, it's ATHE? A Wooting ADHE, ooh. Very fancy. Also, apparently the shirt of me. I didn't agree to that, but apparently that's happening. There we go. Yeah, that's me. Good job. Good job, buddy. And perhaps most importantly of all for you, your trophy, sir, as you're now officially the COETT champion! All right. Now, do you guys want to do some photos of the top three together at the front of the stage? Take a quick photo at the front over there. Go, off you go. And we'll let the podium finishers take a quick photo, and then I believe we will also have a quick photo of all the Taiko gang. So if all the Taiko gang, I don't know how they want to do this, but he's putting on the shirt. Okay. It somehow fits. All right, go take your photo. Well deserved, of course. We'll do you three, and then we'll do a group pick of all the Taiko players in a moment. I don't know where we'll do that. Go on, Cheese. He's knocked over the Don pile. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your podium finishes for this year's COE Taiko tournament. All right, now if we could get all the Taiko players who played in the tournament, if you want to come up to, I don't know how the COE stuff under this, just in front of front stage. We'll take a quick photo as a big group. Come over here. I can see exactly 0 people moving. Where are you guys? I know there's not many Taiko players, but come on. If you guys want to come through the fencing panel over there, just to your right, my left of the stage. Yeah, I'll have a photo just in front of it here. All right, I gotta be at the front. Let me put this microphone down. I don't know how to turn it off. Oh. I don't know if this is on. Oh, it is. All right, by the way, as everyone gets off the stage, I want to give quick shout-outs. Thank you to the COE guys for letting me host my tournament. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Taiko Mum for helping a lot, obviously. She's been here, done it all before. And huge shout-outs to Yongin and all the pooling team. It has been incredible, the feedback we've had from the tournament and the peels. I know, quite difficult, but generally people have loved it. And yeah, this tournament wasn't easy for me to host, doing a LAN for the first time. A lot of stress. And it did nearly get cancelled at one point because I thought it was going to be too much, but I've got to give a huge shout out to Taiko Tris and all my friends who helped console me and helped me see that this was worth doing, and it clearly is. And I couldn't do this without my co-host, Chupa. There he is. A little bit of stage fright, but everyone give him a massive, massive round of applause for Chupa. He provided all the streaming stuff, did so much work behind the scenes. All I did was organize some players and get them to stage mostly on time. But yeah, and look at that. We're almost on time. So yeah, I'll end it up there. Thank you all so much for watching and enjoy the, what's next? Standard? Third place? Standard third place match. So yeah, see you all next year, hopefully.